Hey everybody, so I am on the floor of the theater room here. In this video, I'm going to be unboxing Aperion Audio's premium speaker stands in gloss black. Now I say premium because the build quality, according to the website, materials, everything, top notch on the speaker stand. However, premium, top notch comes at a premium top notch price, $350 per speaker stand. Now I know what you're probably thinking, Brad, that is a lot of money for a speaker stand, and you'd be correct. That's a lot of money for me. Full disclosure, I did not pay for these. Aperion did send them to me on long-term loan, I believe, for the review of the Theatris speakers that they also sent over. So I asked them, hey, if you send these out, I will do an unboxing and review in the same video. So basically that's what this video is going to be. I know, a lot of money for a speaker stand. I'll kind of talk about that throughout this video as well. We're going to get to unboxing this. I think that if you're in the market for higher end speaker stands, you may be looking at like Sonus Faber, B&W, Focal. So if you're thinking about getting like some Focal speaker stands, these are kind of more of a competition for that than the super cheap guys you can get on Amazon. Anyway, I've digressed long enough. Let me dive in and start unboxing these. I'm really curious kind of what you get for the amount of money. I know that these are glossy speaker stands. They have a weighted base. They have a loading weight capacity of 220 pounds. So from the sounds of it, these can support a heck of a lot of weight. They have spiked feet, I know, and I actually see them right in the box. Also, you might be able to see, we have another box back here, so we have two of these guys. I'm just gonna unbox this one and then we'll kind of look at the other one set up side by side. They do come with spiked feet. This might be kind of hard to see on the camera here, but basically these are also for hardwood floors. So the spiked feet stay on there and they just sit in here on this little divot here. However, we have carpet in this room. We don't need these, but I'm gonna take them out anyway. So I don't wanna forget about them. I might put them back in because we're not gonna use them. So how are we gonna get this out? Oh, these just come out here. As always, when you're doing stuff like this, you run out of space. Par for the course, right? These are pretty heavy. It does look like they come pre-assembled, and I could probably take these out in a different way now that I think about it, but I'm here, I'm doing it, I don't care. I want to struggle on camera. That's my goal. My goal is to struggle as much as possible. Aperion's gonna watch this and go, what the heck did we do? Why did we do this? Why? Why do we send them this stuff? This is a little rubber adhesive thing that we put on top to prevent scratching from any speaker that you put on it. I know the Theatris speakers have kind of a more of a matte gloss. It's not like high gloss. So yeah, these should fit really well on there. And this was coming from Colin. He is the general manager from Aperion. So let's dive in here, get all of this stuff off. So right out of the box, I mean, we don't get a ton of stuff in here, which, I mean, they're speaker stands. This isn't like rocket science. It's not a speaker. So I wouldn't expect anything like a microfiber cloth, although these are a glossy finish. I have unboxed the Theatris speakers, so I'm gonna go ahead and maybe, oh yes, they definitely are glossy. I'm gonna grab the gloves that came with the Theatris speakers real quick, just because these kind of look like fingerprint magnets. What I do like is they do come completely pre-assembled, so we really won't have to do much other than stick this adhesive top on. Now we don't have to worry about getting fingerprints all over it. And obviously I'm gonna cut to some B-roll here shortly. However, holy crap, these are heavy. So let me try to get this centered in here so you can kind of see on the top here. As I'm going to put this adhesive pad on here. And then if we actually look real quick on the back, I don't know how well this is gonna show up on this camera. We have basically a cable management hole. So there is a hole on the bottom. I'll tip it over. So you see the hole on the bottom, so we can feed our cable through there. It'll come up through here. And so that way you're not seeing cable underneath really, or in the back, and it's just going up to the speaker. So that is awesome. So I'm just gonna go ahead and peel this off here. One glove on, one glove off. That's the name of the game. All right, so I ripped it. Of course, that's how it happens. And then basically we don't want it overhanging, that's for sure. Here is where OCD really comes in handy. Yeah, there we go. These are just gonna basically protect the speaker further from any type of scratching because this is a full metal top here. We got metal on the bottom. It's gonna be kind of hard to hear this. And then I believe this is a ABS plastic, or APC, I'm sorry. It does mention on the site here that it is an aluminum top and bottom already attached. So we got this here. Aluminum spike dishes, which are what's on the bottom here. And then we did get these little feet here. So if you're curious, these just slide underneath. There's like actual spikes on the bottom. Hopefully you could see that right here. And these just fit inside. So if you're on like a hardwood floor or something like that. However, we are not, we're on carpet. I'm gonna go ahead and take the second speaker out, or second speaker stand out, and we'll get them set up side by side. I'll cut to some B-roll. We'll talk about the speaker stands in general. All right, so yeah, everything is like kind of situated here. The setup was fantastic. The build quality of these is exceptional. I'll just be straight up front with you here. If we look down here, it's gonna be kind of hard to see. I'll probably cut to some B-roll. Basically, these are solid metal on both of these. Very, very sturdy. So is the base. The base on the bottom here. They easily support the weight of the Theatris T65s. They overhang a little bit, maybe a ½ an inch on the front, ½ an inch on the back. I try to center this as best as I can. I think it's a little off center, but you kind of get the gist of it. But overall, like, it will definitely support the weight of these. It makes the speakers look even like beefier. These are about $1,200 a piece, the speakers. A stand like this is a much better match for something like this speaker than, like, I don't know, my $99 bookshelf speakers that I have back here. It doesn't really make sense to put a $100 speaker on a $350 stand. Stands are not sexy to talk about. You know, just be upfront. It's kind of like acoustic panels. A lot of people just don't like talking about acoustic panels. It's normally an afterthought. Same with stands. A lot of people just go, you know what? I'm gonna go as cheap as possible on the speaker stands because I've already spent all this money on the speakers, when in reality, something like a speaker stand that doesn't have a bunch of technology in it. Like, these don't have anything in it. These are solidly made. Construction is super, super great. These will last you a lifetime if you take care of them. Spending this kind of money, well, it doesn't make sense for someone who's not putting $1,000 speakers on them. These will last you forever if you take care of them. I have $100 speaker stands from Circuit City that I bought 25 years ago. They are not the best, but I've taken care of them and they still last. They will not support something like this, though. That's why I was like, hey, I kind of need something else. Aperion, can you help me out here? And they were like, sure. Now, Aperion does also understand that these are expensive, so they have other options on their website as well from Sonus. These are, I believe, 29 inches tall. They only come in 29 inches. So if I kind of had some nitpicks about these, it would be that I would like to have other options in terms of height, because 29 inches, it might be too much for some people. For this room, it's perfect. It actually, I sat in the theater seat right over there. The tweeter is exactly ear height when I sit down. Perfect, right? I would like different heights to accommodate whatever I need. I know that Aperion, again, offers stuff from Sonus that's like 22 inches, I believe. I know they have a 34, which is way too tall for my use case. However, having a different height on here would be very beneficial for people that maybe don't need necessarily a 29-inch stand. They might need a 22-inch stand. Also, different finish options. While I appreciate the solid construction of this stand, having the glossy finish here in the middle can sometimes be a distraction for some people, depending on the aesthetic of the room. Having maybe more of a matte finish, or maybe even offer a white finish, or something that kind of matches their other finishes from their speaker lines, that would be really awesome, because I think it would just add that extra level of aesthetic matching that you're just unfortunately not going to get because this is only offered in one finish. So other than those like small nitpicks, you know, we have the price, which is going to be way too much for some people, but for those looking for like something kind of higher end that is very sturdily built, I mean, these are not going to tip over either. You know, I'm kind of rocking this back and forth, which is something I would normally never do on my other stands. But the weight of the base here is awesome. So these are not going to tip over. They're not going to tip this way. Once you have a speaker like this, which is about 30 pounds on here, it's going to stay. It's not going anywhere. But again, going back to the small nitpicks, other than the price, which is, again, is going to be expensive for a lot of people, the lack of finish options and the lack of height options are really the only major gripes I have with these. I mean, it's a speaker stand, right? There's only so much I could say about the build quality and about, you know, the overall aesthetics and all that stuff. Bottom line is you need to decide if you value something like this. Again, what I like about this is a worthy investment. This is an investment in your home theater that you just cannot go wrong with. You can cheap out on speaker stands, but maybe you upgrade your speakers in a year or two, and guess what? You may need something that holds a bit more weight. Well, now you got to buy a new speaker stand. So those cheap $80 stands that you bought for the pair, you might have to buy ones that are 120 bucks. And so now you're down $200 on those. And yes, they can last a lifetime as well if you take care of them. Some of them don't. They're a little, cheap, chintzy, I guess is another word that you could use. But overall, like, investing in a quality speaker stand is kind of a worthwhile investment if you're going to be in this hobby for a while. I'm not saying go out and buy $350 stands. Kind of set aside some money if you can and go with a quality speaker stand, either from Aperion, you can get Sonus, there's a bunch of other brands out there. Just do some research and check it out. Now, if you do like these stands, you're kind of looking or in the market for something, I do have affiliate links that will be in the description below, as well as in a pinned comment. That's just a way that you can help support the channel at no cost to you. It's going to cost you the same, and it will give me a little kickback. So I do appreciate that support. If you enjoyed this video, if you like talking about speaker stands, because nobody talks about speaker stands, we're all in it for the gear and the speakers and the TVs and the stuff, let me know in a comment down below, because I love talking about this stuff that is not technologically advanced. It's not changing every year. Speaker stands, well, they can be a good investment. So anyway, I digress again. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. I will be reviewing the Theatris T65s. I'm also working with Aperion to get some other speakers. So we're going to do like a full Theatris bed layer system at some point. I already got the energy amp behind me that you can't see off camera. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.